Good evening for all of us. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Vanessa Gabriela from Bidang University. I'm going to explain about hyperemesis from the Gravidarium. Let's start. What is hypergravidarium? In Indonesia, we call HEG. Hyperemesis gravidarium is news and formatting that occurs during pregnancy, nursing, and feeding is a morning sickness in the first trimester of pregnancy is actually normal. However, in hyperemesis gravidarium, nausea and vomiting can occur throughout the day and run the weeks of causing dehydration. Today, for these cases, I'm using Mrs. B cases. The analyst is mother said that her stomach was tight, and second mother feels the middle of the fetus. For the data objective is the patient looks growing, the patient looks swollen. Problem is acute pain. Pathology is psychological injury. And the second diagnosis is data subjective. The data subjective is the patient said that while in the hospital his state was uncomfortable because his stomachs are often tight. For the data objective is the patient appears breathless and the patient appears with a dry sleep disorder. The problem is sleep disorder as well as lack of sleep. For nursing care plan, I'm using TikTok for this page. For diagnosis one, the goal of the planning is after the nursing intervention, the client will be able to report because of the pain from 7 to 4 and below. Objective, after the nursing intervention, the client will be able to report the in front of the pain, provide pain management, demonstrate different relaxation techniques to decrease pain, follow prescribed pharmacological regimen. Nursing expectation, I'm gonna use of pain client. Significant other assessment of pain include location, characteristic onset, duration, frequency, quality, and intensity. Even identify the aggravating and precipitating factor. The second is perform pain assessment. Each time the pain occurs, record and investigate change from the previous assessment and evaluate result of the pain intervention. The third is not quiet attitude or opinion towards the pain and use of pain medication. Last but not least is administer medication such as analgesic painkillers and indicate to pain medicine. For rational, I'm gonna use painting the quiet assessment of pain helps the nurse or physician to fully understand the client's symptom of pain. Perform pain assessment in order to demonstrate improvement in status or to determine and identify reasoning of underlying condition or developing complication. That is, to know client own perception for the pre-medication and to inform the client for possible options. Or to maintain an acceptable level of pain for the client. Evaluation, I'm going to use after the nursing intervention, the client was able to verbalize non-pharmacological methods to provide relief. Second is it demonstrate use of relaxation skill and diversional activity as indicated. Last but not least is verbalize sense of control, response to acute situation, and positive outlook for future. For the diagnosis two, my planning is for a 1 day of nursing the patient. The patient will achieve optimal amount of sleep and evidence by objective population of urinary decrease the presence of eye bags. The goal is improvement of sleeping pattern, and the last is absence of breathlessness. My interpretation is a accept assess sleep pattern disturbance that are associated with the environment. Observe and obtain feedbacks regarding on the usual sleeping pattern, bedtime routine, and the usual number of hours of sleep rest. Do as much care as possible without waking up the client, and do as much care as possible while the client is still awake. And the last is explain necessity of disturbance for monitoring vital sign and care when hospital done. My rationale is hyper sometimes of sleep disturbance can affect the recovery of the patient to determine usual sleeping pattern and to compare if there are any improvement on the sleeping pattern on the patient. To avoid disturbance during sleep and also to maximize the sleep and rest of the client for the patient to have an understanding the importance of care being done to her and to minimize the complaints. Evaluation is after a 1 day of nursing intervention, the patient was able to display improvement in sleep pattern as evidenced by first, the patient stabilizing video nakatulog at nakapalitahigana na ako mayus kumpara dati. The patient does look weak and breathlessness compared to past. The presence of a back has have been minimized or have gone and decrease of the usually yawning. So I have done my interpretation. So this is my interpretation. For diagnosis one, implementation one is observation of the patient complaints. Second is identify the location of pain. My information is the patient said that he has no complaints anymore, specific without movement and problem solved, and I stopped intervening. The second diagnosis is implementation. First, education is important enough to sleep. The second is identify sleep patterns. And the information is the patient says sleep has begun to more comfortable. And the patient looks weak, but the problem is solved uh, and I stopped to entertain. That's all for me. Thank you for listening, y'all. And